Hey everybody, it is me, Angel Benton, and it is time for another edition of Angel Sudsy Recap, where we delve into the world of daytime television and do a few reality shows on the side. And we're going to take a break from the daytime television right now, and we're going to go into one of those reality shows, which is The Amazing Race. Before I get into The Amazing Race, though, I've been thinking about all the seasons of The Amazing Race, because this show's been on for like a long time. And I was remembering there were two teams that come to my mind because I'm a gay man. So the first team that was the first gay team, and I want to say it was either season 1 or season 2. I don't recall, but they were called Team Cha Cha Cha, and they were these two old gay guys. And their whole strategy for everything was, we're gonna find the closest 5-star hotel, and we're gonna ask them for directions. They did everything, and honestly, I want to say it was season 1 because they took that strategy all the way to the very end. They came in like third. So, I mean, it was, and I thought they had a style and a panache about them that hasn't been seen on the race since. So, kudos to you, Team Cha Cha Cha. You are still in our memory. And the other one is, I remembered that the race is kind of what is responsible for Riken. Remember Chip and Riken, how they used to be married? Now they're not married anymore. They won the Amazing. They actually were a gay married couple that won the Amazing Race. Of course, they didn't end up winning the game of life in terms of their own marriage, but at least they had $500,000 to cry into, because it's better to be poor. No, it's better to be rich and unhappy than poor and unhappy, right? Because people always say, "Oh, it's so much better to be poor and happy than rich and unhappy." No, it's not. You're not going to be happy if you're poor. I'm sorry. Grew up poor, wasn't that happy. Just saying. Still poor, not super happy. Have a teensy little bit of money now, but you can never be too rich or too thin. Okay, anyways. So, and then I was also thinking about Team TNZ, which was not that long ago. That was only a few seasons ago. And how I was so surprised that they were the first team outed. Like, they were like, bye. They were gone, like, week 1. But that kind of reminded me. I'm thinking, well, why doesn't... Now, see, this would be a good cross-promotional trick for CBS to do with one of their two soaps. But in all fairness, they don't really need to, because they've kind of got that stranglehold on 1 and 2 in the ratings. So this would be something that would be better for ABC or NBC, but whatever. Anyways, so it would be a really good idea to do a fake episode of like Bold and Beautiful, where they have all these teams, and they have someone from like they have Thomas and Sally, Thomas Forrester and Sally Spectra, team design or something like that on The Amazing Race, right? Wouldn't that be hilarious? Wouldn't that be awesome? And then what they could do is they could get like someone from like people that have left General Hospital and people that have left Days of Our Lives, and they could have them on the show as well, kind of as their characters, but you don't even need to let them, like, it would be really, that would actually be great. Bravo tried to do something kind of like that with Battle of the Network Reality Stars, but honestly, in terms of reality television, like, that was way before, like, the Housewives were huge, and it was a little before its time. And plus, I mean, the daytime people would have been completely asked out of that anyway. So what's the point with that? It was just a little. I like the original Battle of the Network Stars, because they had all 3 networks. And that was back when there were just 3 networks. Now they've got like 5 networks, but they had just 3, and I'm talking about just on broadcast television, not even counting cable. And they have their stars, and it was. But that show was the best, and I can see why Andy would want to do that now, but with reality, it didn't work out. It was flawed execution, let's just put it that way. Okay, anyways, this season of The Amazing Race, I'm sorry, that was a long diatribe. I didn't mean to do that, but it was really important. Oh my god, did I just snort? Oh my god, like a little piggy, like Babe, la la la. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, moving on. Okay. You know what I just realized too? I just realized that when I'm doing these, sometimes I go off onto little tangents, and it's kind of scary because that's what Robin Williams used to do a lot. Like, I mean, they didn't even animate Aladdin until he had laid down his voice track because they didn't know where he was going, and they animated all this wonderful material that he gave them as genie. But you know, he was I don't he yeah. God bless Robin Williams. We miss you a lot. That was great. But I'm thinking, oh God, that it kind of is reminding me of that. I'm not putting myself in the same league as Robin Williams at all. In fact, it makes me, you know, kind of scared. I'm like, oh, I don't hope people don't think that I have a cocaine problem, because he did used to have a cocaine problem. That's not like a big secret. And I'm not speaking ill of the dead. He used to have a cocaine problem way, way back in the day, and he's admitted it, right? So I'm just saying, I don't have a cocaine problem. I've never done cocaine in my life. I just have a lot to say, and I have a very short window of time that I can do it, because what happens is, if you do a video and it's over a certain amount of time, YouTube won't let you upload it. It'll tell you that your file is too big. So, yeah. So I try to keep things as small as possible. Okay, now, Amazing Race. Sorry, I know, 6 minutes, completely different, but it's important. Okay, so The Amazing Race. So this week, you know, we didn't see Brooke and Scott. I mean, we saw Brooke and Scott, but we didn't see Brooke cry a lot, which was good. That's good. We didn't see her bitch and moan, because I know we're going to next week. We also did not see... Well, actually, we because they've kind of gotten rid of most of the teams that had issues with communication, except for Brooke and Scott and Liz and Mike. Spoiler alert: they went home and this week, and basically it was because of Brooke and Scott that they went home, and they U-turned them. Now, in all fairness, I think that their only mistake, I don't think was U-turning them, because the rationale that they gave actually made a lot of sense. They're like, look, we are towards the bottom, and we know that they have a speed bump because they barely made it through the last leg of the race. If they have to do a speed bump and a U-turn, they're not going to make it, so we need to U-turn them. Okay, cool. Makes sense, right? But the mistake was that, A, Brooke needed that help to get through Dar es Salaam. You know, she had to have Mike help her so she could finish her challenge, that was a big mistake, because then when he said no U-turns and she said you got it. So basically she became a liar, right? Even though it's just playing the game. I don't care for that. I really don't. I would rather you go home on that challenge that you can't do, or you stick to your word and you not U-turn them, but not none of this lying. And I mean, that's a little shady and shifty in my eyes. I don't think that's a good idea. But speaking of shady and shifty, let's talk about Team Mom and Dad, Tara and Joey. They actually, first of all, wait, let's talk about Team Lolo real quick. Now I officially know the difference between London and Logan, I swear to God. And this is how I know the difference. I know that London is the girl because her dad actually is one of the employers of my little sister. Right? Isn't that a small world? I swear to God, my little sister works for London's father. Now, he's like high up in the company, but still, like, that's crazy. So now I know now London is the girl and Logan is the boy, because honestly, it could be either one. London could be the girl and Logan could be the boy. No, she is. It could be London could be the boy and Logan could be the girl. I mean, they're very gender nondescript names, which actually would be fine if you were like a tranny and I don't mean to say tranny, that's not good. If you are a transsexual, I didn't mean to say tranny, but I've, like I said, short amount of time. If you're a transsexual and and your name was London, you wouldn't even need to really change your name, right? If you could just transition to whatever sex you want to be, you could still be London, right? Or Logan. Anyways, just thought I would point that out there. I'm probably going to get hate. I'm totally not transphobic. Okay, anyways, moving on. Okay, so what was interesting about Team Mom and Dad, Tara and Joey, is they U-turned Team Fun. But you know what? Team Fun, I gotta give them, like, I totally actually got a little weepy towards the end. I know. I got a little weepy towards the end because they have the best attitude. They really do. And you know what kind of reminded me? Becca kind of reminds me a little bit of Becky Buckwild from season 1 of Flavor of Love. Do you remember that show? I don't know if you do or not, but this was like maybe like 10 years ago on VH1. Flavor of Love, Flavor Flav was looking for love. And season 1, they had this white chick, and I think she was from the Inland Empire, and her name was Becky, and he called her Buck Wild, and she talked like this, and she had like this accent, and oh hell no, blah blah, right? Until one time Pumpkin scared her or something, and she was like, or maybe it was even New York that scared her, and she was like, I'm really scared, and Flavor was like, where the hell is your accent, right? So, anyways. And it's not that Becca has an accent at all. She just looks a little bit like Becky Buckwild. But anyways, Becca and Becky, you think it's the same person, but it's totally not the same person. But anyways, Becca is great. I love her. I think, and Floyd, I mean, they had the best attitude. They got through all of their challenges, even though there was a little hiccup towards the end where they ended up getting lost on the way to one of the challenges. And that's kind of what put them in the foot race with Team Mike and Liz. But you know what? They did it. You know what? And I hope that they fucking let Team Mom and Dad have it. And because I'm not going to lie, I was all for Team Mom and Dad because they're the oldest team in the race. But let's be real here. Let's be real. Let's talk some real talk. I don't think that they're that much older than me, if older than me. I think I might be older than Team Mom and Dad. We'll have to wait and see. I'm pretty old. I'm gonna say it. I'm pretty old. So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But anyways, so we ended up saying goodbye to Mike and Liz and Team Fun. I am all with you 100%. Good for you. Thank you so much for logging on today for this extremely extended diatribe with a little bit of Amazing Race in there. I do appreciate it. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Angel Benton. You can hashtag Amazing Race to talk Amazing Race, or you can hashtag Bold and Beautiful to talk about the Bold and Beautiful, another CBS show, which I'm going to be doing next. And you can also hit that little subscribe button and subscribe to my YouTube channel for these videos. Okay, thank you so much, everyone. Have a great night. Peace out. Wubba, wubba, wubba.